Youth mental health is a complex challenge that requires comprehensive solutions. We must strengthen after-school programs. We must make digital literacy tools available in our schools. We must work with mental health professionals to support children. And we must empower mentors, educators, and parents to keep kids happy. Learn more about our commitment to finding lasting solutions at empowerourfuturecoalition.com/solutions. Paid for by the Coalition to Empower Our Future.
When the flu is keeping you up at night, don't try to tough it out. Knock out your flu symptoms with NyQuil Intense Flu. You got this. It provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep well through the night. NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching, fever, best sleep with a flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
On today's Smart 7, Starmer faces new criticism over peerage, Canada shocked by school shooting and much more. It's Thursday 12th of February, it's International Hug Day, and happy birthday Christina Ricci.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Prime Minister Keir Starmer was under fire on two fronts on Wednesday. First at Prime Minister's Question Time, where he found himself apologising for the fact that his former communications chief Matthew Doyle did not give a full account of his actions before he was nominated for a peerage. The circumstances appear to involve Doyle campaigning for a friend who was charged with possessing indecent images, and the timing couldn't have been worse. Lib Dem leader Sir Ed Davey says it reflects poorly on the PM.
To appoint one paedophile supporter cannot be excused as misfortune. To appoint two shows a catastrophic lack of judgment.
The second crisis for Starmer came as he addressed a meeting of Labour's female MPs who have become infuriated with what they see as a boys' club at number 10. Starmer didn't go as far as committing to appointing a new female First Secretary of State, which was Harriet Harman's demand, but he did pledge to eradicate structural misogyny. He was also keen to defend himself against attacks from Tory leader Kemi Badenoch.
My legacy is changing my party and winning a general election. And I'll tell you this, I kicked my former leader out of my party. Her former leader, Liz Truss, broke the economy and has descended into bonkers conspiracy theories.
Canada has been shaken by a brutal school shooting which took place in the small town of Tumbler Ridge in British Columbia. The town only has a population of about 2,400 people, and the attack on a local school saw the death of at least 9 people, including the suspected shooter, and 25 people injured. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney addressed the nation.
Parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers in Tumbler Ridge will wake up without someone they love. The nation mourns with you. Canada stands by you.
The suspect has been named as Jesse Van Rootselaar, who was just 18 years of age but had dropped out of school a number of years ago. Police confirmed that they had visited the suspect's house a number of times over mental health issues, and 2 of those killed appear to be the suspect's mother and stepbrother. The Premier of British Columbia, David Eby, called on fellow citizens to support those affected by the tragedy.
I'd like to take this opportunity to ask British Columbians, to ask all Canadians, to wrap the people of Tumbler Ridge, wrap these families with love. Not just tonight, but tomorrow and into the future. This is something that will reverberate for years to come.
With no confirmation of a date for a third round of peace talks, Russia has once again stepped up its drone and missile attacks on Ukraine. The strikes, which are targeting transport and energy infrastructure, have been almost nightly, with the city of Kharkiv a recurring target. A strike on Wednesday morning killed a father and 3 toddlers, while the children's mother escaped with burns, and a state of emergency has now been declared in the city as power and heating has failed. Speaking in advance of this weekend's Munich Security Conference, NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte says his recent visit to Kyiv gives him confidence that the Ukrainian people will triumph.
President Putin is trying to break the people of Ukraine, hoping to weaken their resolve. But Ukraine and the Ukrainian people have shown time and again that they will not be broken.
The US Congress has continued to investigate the Trump administration's chaotic approach to the release of the Epstein files, and Attorney General Pam Bondi appeared before the House Judiciary Committee on Wednesday. She proved to be a difficult witness over a 5-hour hearing, attacking Democrats for asking her questions while also protecting President Trump at all costs. The audience of one in the White House may have been impressed, but even Republican Congressman Jim Jordan's patience seemed to be wearing thin by the end of the session. Bondi refused to apologise to Epstein victims who were in the room, but did at one point express a wish that Ghislaine Maxwell would die in jail. Republican Congressman Thomas Massey, who co-sponsored the bill to release the files, seemed to draw particular ire from Bondi.
There was one redaction out of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
4,700, and we invited you in. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get. You're a failed politician. You need to get along.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Liverpool keep their hopes alive and tributes to a 90s TV icon. Right after this.
This episode of the Smart 7 in association with Metro is brought to you by Tesco Whoosh. Now picture this. You're halfway through your night on the sofa, fully locked into the Stranger Things finale, and you're just at the big reveal where you think that Vecna's going to an 11 sack and their other graduation where Winona Ryder seems than ever. What do you mean, spoiler? They should have seen it, but I'll bleep it out. Anyway, then disaster strikes. You realise you've run out of snacks. There's no crisps, no chocolate, there's nothing in the fridge except tap water and regret. It's a nightmare. And honestly, this has been me more times than I care to admit. Well, that's where Tesco Whoosh comes in. If you've run out of snacks, Tesco Whoosh is here to help with treats and drinks delivered to your door in as little as 20 minutes. Enough time to pause, not panic, and get back to the good bit. The best part? It's all available through the Tesco app. Whenever you need your groceries fast, Tesco Whoosh is ready. Delivered from as little as 20 minutes with Tesco Whoosh in selected areas. Come on, 11!
Youth mental health is a complex challenge that requires comprehensive solutions. We must strengthen after-school programs. We must make digital literacy tools available in our schools. We must work with mental health professionals to support children. And we must empower mentors, educators, and parents to keep kids happy. Learn more about our commitment to finding lasting solutions at empowerourfuturecoalition.com/solutions. Paid for by the Coalition to Empower Our Future.
Welcome back.
There were 5 Premier League games on Wednesday night and one major surprise. Aston Villa beat Brighton 1-0, Crystal Palace welcomed Burnley but lost 3-2, while Man City hosted Fulham and comfortably beat them 3-0 with 3 first-half goals, which sees City stay in second spot. Nottingham Forest and Wolves played out a goalless draw, which saw Forest fans boo their team, and Sean Dyche sacked as he failed to stop the drift towards the relegation zone. Liverpool were at Sunderland in need of a win, and they got one with a Virgil van Dijk goal, much to Arne Slot's relief.
When we were on top of the league, it felt every time we needed to win. And now we're in this position, we feel the same. But that's the pressure you should embrace and accept if you play for Liverpool, otherwise you're in the wrong place.
You may think you're busy at work, but are you Halle Berry busy? She's been out and about promoting new thriller Crime 101, which she stars in alongside Chris Hemsworth and Mark Ruffalo. But it turns out that she also has an incredible to-do list with 9 different projects on the go, which she is either producing, directing or starring in. She's fine with that, though.
You know, having done this for so long, I really enjoy not just being the dancing bear. When you can actually produce or direct or have a say in how a story is told, how it's cast, how all the elements come together, I find that that's wildly satisfying.
If you grew up in the 90s, the sound of Paula Cole's song, I Don't Want to Wait, will instantly make you think of Dawson's Creek. The show, which ran for 6 seasons, followed the story of a group of friends as they tackled adolescence and friendships, with the cast including Joshua Jackson, Michelle Williams and Katie Holmes, and of course the Dawson from the title Dawson Leary, played by James Van Der Beek. The actor has spent the last number of years battling bowel cancer, and on Wednesday his family announced that he had died, aged just 48, leaving behind wife Kimberly and 6 children. He spent the time since his diagnosis raising funds and awareness of the need to take symptoms seriously, and he told his 1.6 million Instagram followers that finding out he had cancer caused a re-evaluation of everything he held dear. Rest in peace, James.
And so I was faced with the question, if I am just a too skinny, weak guy alone in an apartment with cancer, what am I? And I meditated and the answer came through, I am worthy of God's love.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, and we'll give you the world.
AI is transforming customer service. It's real and it works. And with Finn, we've built the #1 AI agent for customer service. We're seeing lots of cases where it's solving up to 90% of real queries for real businesses. This includes the real-world complex stuff like issuing a refund or cancelling an order. And we also see it when Finn goes up against competitors. It's top of all the performance benchmarks, top of the G2 leaderboard, and if you're not happy, we'll refund you up to $1 million, which I think says it all. Check it out for yourself at fin.ai.
Youth mental health is a complex challenge that requires comprehensive solutions. We must strengthen after-school programs. We must make digital literacy tools available in our schools. We must work with mental health professionals to support children. And we must empower mentors, educators, and parents to keep kids happy. Learn more about our commitment to finding lasting solutions at empowerourfuturecoalition.com/solutions. Paid for by the Coalition to Empower Our Future.